Alright, NGDL fans, welcome back to a huge Week 12 matchup here between the Miami Dolphiones and the San Diego Chargabugs. And this is a big matchup for me because if I win this, I am in. I am into the playoffs because I would clinch second in my division and be in a good spot to maybe snipe the top of my division. Now, San Diego here, if he wins, he's gonna open the doors to pretty much sniping a wild card berth or second for my division. So it's a big game for him as well. You might remember we fought earlier in the season. That's because we are division rivals, so we're going to be playing twice. Last time I won pretty easily. He gave me some fits with his assault vest Lapras, if you recall. But yeah, he definitely has a lot of sweepers, makes him scary. But I feel I match up very well, so hopefully I will be able to use my matchups to my advantage here. So let's get into this. As you can see, he's actually going to bring the same exact squad. Now, obviously, there's probably some moveset changes, but he's bringing the same 6 Pokemon he did in our first matchup. Now, as for me, I decided to switch up a few things, but stick to the formula that worked last time. First of all, I decided to bring my Goodra instead of Carnivine, and I also decided to bring Quick Fate Jolteon again, which should be able to outspeed pretty much any Scarfer or +1 Pokemon that he has. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and lead with my Goodra, and this is actually going to be a Specs Goodra. And I decided to bring it because it has you can pretty much one-hit KO most things on his team. I'm just going to go for that Fire Blast, and as you can see, it nearly kills the Bronzong. Now, he does get Stealth Rocks up, which kind of sucks because I can't get rid of them on this team because I didn't bring Defog. But I feel like that's whatever. I mean, I would have really liked to bring Claydol get rocks up on him, because he has actually a lot of Stealth Rock Pokemon, but I just couldn't justify using Claydol here over some of my other Pokemon. But anyway, he's going to go back into this Lapras, and yeah, this is the same Assault Vest Lapras we saw last time. I took that very well, and I make a good prediction here. I was afraid that he might try to predict Scissor and Scald, but instead he was trying to predict Slowbro, and just went for a Freeze Dry. So that was in my favor, and now I'm just going to go ahead and U-turn, knowing that it'll do decent damage to the Assault Vest Lapras if he stays in. And if he doesn't, then obviously I get to see what he switches into. So I do decide to go into Goodra now that I saw he stayed in, because I'm predicting a Scald. Instead he just goes for a Hydro Pump, that's fine too. And he's just going to go into Gyarados, not wanting to lose his Lapras. And here, I don't know what he was thinking. I just went for the Thunderbolt, knowing that it's super effective against the Assault Vest Lapras. Not 100% sure I could kill with the Fire Blast. He ends up expecting the Fire Blast and goes out into Gyarados, which, honestly, it's a pretty bad play on his part because he should have realized that Thunderbolt was an option. And he's just going to go ahead and lose his Gyarados, which I assume is his obviously is his Mega, so that's not very good for him. So I'm just going to go into Slowbro against the Salamence. This is a max defense Slowbro, so I'm hoping I can take anything he does very, very well. You remember in the first battle, he actually used Flynium Z on this guy. This time he's going to bring a devastating Drake on me, which I'm thinking, okay, this could do some massive damage, but it ends up only, I mean, I am a max defense Slowbro, but it actually does less than I thought it was, which kind of tips the hand that this guy is probably Dragon Claw, not Outrage, because I think an Outrage, or Z Outrage would do more than a Z Dragon Claw, so that's interesting. I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam. No reason to overpredict. He's just going to go into Lapras, which is a very good move. It's going to X4 resist, not to mention the Assault Vest, and probably very good special defense investment there. But I'm just going to go ahead and switch out because I do not want to take a Freeze Dry. I decided to go into my Scizor to see if he would predict that, and he does go for a Thunder, which I guess works for pretty much anything I do. So it's actually going to get the Paralysis as well as hit me down to 11 HP. Now, I'm going to try to finish him off here with a Bullet Punch. He's going to try to go for that Ice Shard. Unfortunately for him, due to Lapras probably having no investment attack and having a really crappy attack stat to boot, and my resistance, with 11 HP, I'm able to actually live the Ice Shard, hilariously enough. And, yeah, be able to kill him with Bullet Punch. So that was pretty cool, and I'm just going to go ahead and take the Bullet Punch on this Salamence to get damage. Now, he is going to try to go for that Dragon Dance, which he should have realized I was locked into Bullet Punch, and he can't. He's going to get 2-hit KO'd by that. So he has to hope for a Parahax. He does not get it. And, yeah, I'm able to take out that Salamence with a Red Health. I took out 2 Pokemon with a Red Health, Choice Band, Scissor. But is this like Gen 4 or something? Jesus, man. It's not like I can even switch out, though, because of the rock. So he should have, that was a bad Dragon Dance on his part, knowing that I really was just going to stay in. Because obviously I wouldn't be able to stay in. But anyway, in comes his Delphox. Just going to go ahead and take the Bullet Punch on that, and he is going to go ahead and kill me with Flamethrower. Now, these things are almost always choice in some way, either choice Scarf or choice Specs. I'm not 100% sure which one at this point, but either way, I'm pretty sure Goodra can come in and take that resisted Flamethrower, and instead he's just going to go into Tapu Bulu, which is more than fine for me because I decided to go for the Fire Blast. Woo! I could have went for the Sludge Wave too, but no, I figured Fire Blast was better because it would kill that. and I didn't expect him to stay in. I probably could have Sludge Wave, but whatever. But yeah, in comes Delphox, which, like I said, he's down to 2 Pokemon, so that's pretty cool, and I'm just going to go ahead and switch out because I'm locked into Fire Blast. I decided to go in Greninja. I'm actually going for a 5-0 here at this point. Trying to get a little greedy to get, my score differential back because I know that I'm pretty much dominating at this point. Unfortunately, he's just going to go for the Dazzling Gleam, which I should have expected, but I really, really, really expected him to just go for a Psychic or something. So that kind of sucks. And, yeah, I'm just going to go to my Porygon-Z, and I actually decided just to YOLO it and go for the Z Hyper Beam. Now, this is a Z conversion Porygon-Z, and I kind of regret doing this now because if I just would have went for the conversion and transformed, I'd probably sweep right here, but I decided just to show off my Z Hyper Beam, which I kind of bring along, or at least I decided to bring this time, pretty much because if I need my Porygon-Z to do damage before, and I don't have time to set up, a Z Hyper Beam is obviously very strong because its adaptability boosted. Not to mention, a regular Hyper Beam is just as strong. And in comes Delphox again, and I'm like, well, oh well. Maybe I can live a hit of this Flamethrower. No, I do not. I'm thinking maybe this might be a Specs one now. But yeah, Porygon-Z dies. So now I'm going to lose another Pokemon. So down to a 3-0 again, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do a little bit of trolling. A little bit of showboating, going into my Slowbro. And, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and go for the Toxic, which, no, I believe I go for the Slack Off first, because I am expecting a Specs at this point, and I don't want to get 2 KO, that's right. So I go for a Slack Off, and I'm just, I don't know, because I have no special attack investment. I don't know if I'm going to be able to kill this guy with a Scald, and I don't want to open the door to him, getting a crit Flamethrower, and it end up killing me. So I decide to pretty much clinch the win here with Toxic first. Because I'm pretty sure Scald won't kill at this point because, like I said, I have no special attack investment. I'm a max HP, max defense Slowbro. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and go for that Toxic. And, yeah, just go for another Slack Off because, like I said, I don't want to lose another Pokemon because that would push us down to a 2-0. So I bet you look like I'm showboating here. I am kind of a little, but at the same time, I'm not really 100% sure Scald will actually KO. And, yeah, I'm just going to play it safe. Make sure that I don't lose Slowbro so I can maintain at least a 3-0 victory. And, yeah, now I'm just going to go ahead and Slack Off again. And, yeah, after this, latest hit of Toxic, though, I'm pretty confident that I can, after that Slack Off, live 2 Flamethrowers. So I'm like, okay, let's go for a Scald. I don't know if it's going to kill me. Delphox isn't that bulky, but you never know. I'm just going to go for a Scald. I'm not really invested, just to make this end quicker. And I end up killing it at this point, so that's cool, and the Delphox goes down, and that is a clinched playoff berth for yours truly, which is huge. And this also puts me in the running for the division. Now, obviously, I'm second in the division. I'm 1 game behind still, actually a game and a half on Traceable Strain. I say a game and a half because he won the first matchup. But if I can win this next game, then we'll be tied at 1-1 head-to-head. So, and we'll be tied in the top of the division, which means it'll come down to those kills and death ratios, which, like I said, I was trying to get that 5-0, but it turned it into a 3-0. And he actually has, I believe at this point, a +9, I want to say. Let me check. +10. Holy crap. And this puts me at +3. So even if I get obviously the next matchup is going to be huge. If I win, and I win by 3, then that will put him at 7, me at 6 going into the last week of the season. If I can get a 4-0, then I believe that puts me currently ahead of him in the division. So it's a really big matchup because you actually there's going to be a playoff draft after this, and we're going to add 2 more Pokemon to our rosters for the playoffs. But the higher seeded you are, the higher your cap goes up. So if I can finish this out strongly, I'll be able to add better Pokemon to my draft for the playoffs, which will be a stream, by the way. If you guys are interested, I will announce the deets to that when they are available. But, yeah, it's just a very good game there, Zakatak, and now that I'm in the playoffs, it's time to hopefully finish off the season strong and improve my playoff positioning. So leave a comment about what your favorite game of each generation is. As for me, in Gen 1, obviously, Pokemon Red, because that's was my first game, and I hate Pikachu, so I wouldn't say Yellow. In Gen 2, I would have to say probably Crystal, even though I really like my Silver version. In Gen 3, I'm going to go with Fire Red. Because it's obviously, and I'm not going to explain each one, so let's go Fire Red. My Gen 4 favorite game is Soul Silver. My Gen 5 favorite game is, let's go with Black 2. And let's see, my Gen 6 favorite game is Omega Ruby. And my Gen 7 favorite game would be Pokemon Moon. So leave a comment about that, and see you guys again next time. Later.